The holiday season is a time when a lot of us think about just how thankful we are. And some students over at Vanderbilt University are being even more introspective as they approach the question, what makes life worth living?
News Channel 5's photojournalist Bud Nelson was there as these young men and women shared their deep thoughts that we all can learn from.
I teach a moral leadership class here at Vanderbilt. And so I'm trying to get the students to think about what a meaningful life looks like. What does it mean to think about others in a world where so many people just think about themselves? A lot of people say that success in our world is defined by, how successful are you at your job and how much money do you have? But what we find is that oftentimes the people that are the most successful and the wealthiest are not always happy and fulfilled. Today's the final day of class, and so a bunch of them are giving their commencement addresses. Hey, how we doing? Hello.
Hi.
Hey, what's up? How we doing? How we doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. The assignment was part of their semester grade at the end of the semester is to give a commencement address to their fellow classmates as though they're graduating from Vanderbilt on what a life worth living would look like. Your speech is informal? That's all right. 2 o'clock is kind of start times. Let's see, Gordon, why don't you come on up? You're gonna go first. Start with the title.
So the title of my talk.
A life worth living.
All right, my title is Let Your Light Shine.
Yeah, the title is Strength and Legacy.
Live, laugh, love life.
The power of recognizing greatness beyond ourselves.
Right now, we're doing our commencement speeches
to this year's graduating class.
Today, I want to share a few thoughts.
I want to ask one question. What will make your life worth living?
I hope that we live a surrendered life.
how to be moral, what moral leadership is, and what are the most important values to living that out in a divided society today.
When you are able to do something for somebody else, the joy from it is far greater in comparison to the joy I can bring myself from any individual accomplishment.
I would like to share a little bit about myself. My name is Eden. For my speech especially, I would want to make it really personal. In December of 2022, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, a type of blood cancer. When you're faced with something like cancer, you understand the future isn't promised. It's not a guarantee, it's a gift. I'm actually glad that I had this chance to share my story because I truly believe that stories have power. But suffering doesn't have to define us. It can refine us. It can shape us into people capable of climbing the second mountain.
Be thankful in all circumstances, not just the milestones, but for the small moments, the setbacks, and even the struggles that shape you.
Be bold in the way you serve. Be fearless in the way you love. And be intentional in the legacy you leave behind.
What's discussed at our eulogy after 50, 60, 70 years have passed is, did we love? How did we treat others? Did we respect the world that we have? Did we give or did we take?
I hope when they look back on this course that they will realize that we were talking about questions and issues that they're going to be wrestling with the rest of their lives.
A life worth living?
The world is waiting for you. Shine bright.
Not every one of us will change the world, but every one of us is more than capable of change someone else's world.
Thank you. And that they'll continue to think about what it looks like to not only be a moral leader, to contribute to society.
Thank you for that.
But also to build a healthy, happy life
Thank you.
that is focused on other people.